Hello, this is Thaddeus Ward with Round Corner. I wanted to introduce you to our work with the Student Conservation Association. Basically what we did here was to replace the entire operating system, the backbone of the organization, using a Force.com platform to do that. So when someone comes in to look for an internship, and what the Student Conservation Association does is create conservation positions and opportunities for people, and they go ahead and they say, I'm looking for something, and they click on it. They are looking at Salesforce, right? This is pulling directly from Salesforce, Salesforce pages. So if we look at this from a dashboard perspective, there's two main populations that the Student Conservation Association is supporting. There are partners, such as people in the Park Service or city parks or scientific organizations that are looking to create these positions. And then there are members who are looking to fill these positions. And there's about 200 SCA staff license users. These are full Salesforce license users who make all of this process happen. And if we take a look at some of the numbers here, a typical day in terms of logins for the system, we've got between 1,000 and 1,500 members logging in each day, and between 250, sometimes as much as 300 to 150 partners logging in each day. These are all CPL overage high volume license users. And I'll explain more about why that is in a minute. And we've had about 1,200 new members register since we went live with the system in the beginning of December. And we've had about 300 new partners register since we went live. All told, we have about 90,000 CPL licensed users working with the system at this point to do things like here. They've created they create an order of 600 to 700 new applications. So these are members creating applications. Members can have multiple applications, but they're creating 600 or 700 a week. And partners are creating positions in the order from anywhere from 130, which was quite high, to 70 or 80 positions per week. And each position may have multiple job openings within it. So that's really the core of their business. We opted to go with the CPL license for both members and partners, mostly because of the cost that was involved. The partner license was simply prohibitive, even though it would have allowed more integration into their business, and because they really work very closely with these partners. Another challenge that we have is representing the complexity of the relationships between partners in creating these positions. Oftentimes multiple organizations, governmental, private, other not-for-profit groups are involved in creating these positions and making them happen. So there's many players that are connected in many different ways, and we had to do a lot of work on the back end to make a lot of junction objects to make these things work together. A third challenge is the fact that we've got a real digital divide here. We're working with the partners who oftentimes are typically government employees who've hate to use even email, many of whom are locked down in ancient versions of operating systems, Windows Explorer 6.0 and 7.0, and really have a hard time figuring out which way a mouse points, who are out recruiting and trying to engage people who we would consider kind of digital natives, people for whom email is an archaic form of communication. They look at it the way that my generation looks at certified mail. What would you ever use that for? Only lawyers use that stuff in their mind. So those are kind of the three main, it's kind of what we're doing here, and some of the three main challenges. How to get more and more transparent and digital, and immediate connection is something we're wrestling with.